Welcome to Lesson 15.10, our final technical lesson on AI applications in grant development. We conclude with one of the most powerful pre-submission techniques, using AI as a red team to critique your proposals before reviewers ever see them. In cybersecurity, a red team is a group that simulates adversarial attacks to identify vulnerabilities before actual attackers can exploit them. In grant writing, an AI red team serves a similar purpose, identifying weaknesses in your proposal before reviewers can use them against you. This technique allows you to stress test your arguments, identify gaps in your logic, anticipate reviewer concerns, and strengthen your proposal systematically. It is not a substitute for human review, but it provides a valuable additional layer of quality assurance that can be conducted quickly and repeatedly as you refine your work. By the end of this lesson, you will know how to construct effective AI red team reviews, including using multiple personas to simulate diverse reviewer perspectives and leveraging actual scoring rubrics for structured critique. The red team concept originated in military and security contexts where organizations create teams whose sole job is to find flaws and vulnerabilities. The idea is that defenders who are too close to their own work cannot see its weaknesses. A fresh, adversarial perspective reveals what insiders miss. In proposal development, you face the same challenge. You have been working on your proposal for weeks or months. You know your program intimately. You believe in your approach. This closeness makes it hard to see weaknesses that a reviewer encountering your proposal for the first time will notice immediately. An AI red team provides that external perspective. By prompting AI to actively look for weaknesses rather than strengths, you get critical feedback that helps you strengthen your proposal before submission. The goal is not to predict whether you will be funded, AI cannot do that, but to identify fixable problems that would otherwise hurt your chances. Setting up an effective AI red team review requires careful preparation. First, provide your complete proposal to AI. The review should assess the whole document, not isolated sections, because coherence and consistency matter. Second, include the RFP and any evaluation criteria. AI cannot assess alignment with funder priorities if it does not know what those priorities are. The scoring rubric is particularly valuable if available. Third, explicitly request critical analysis. AI systems are often trained to be helpful and supportive, which can lead to overly positive feedback. You must clearly instruct AI to find weaknesses, not to praise strengths. Fourth, specify what type of feedback you want. Do you want scores against the rubric, a list of the top 10 weaknesses, suggestions for specific improvements? Clear direction produces more useful feedback. This preparation ensures your red team review provides actionable insights rather than generic commentary. Here is a basic red team prompt structure using our rhetorical prompting method. Persona: you are a veteran grant reviewer who has served on hundreds of federal review panels. You are known for your thorough, skeptical analysis that identifies problems other reviewers miss. You believe that identifying weaknesses ultimately helps applicants improve their work. Context: I am providing a complete proposal for a youth mentoring program submitted to the U.S. Department of Education. I am also providing the RFP with the evaluation criteria that reviewers will use. Task: review this proposal as if you were an actual panel reviewer. Identify the 10 most significant weaknesses, gaps, or concerns that would lower your score or cause you to recommend against funding. For each weakness, explain why it is problematic and suggest a specific improvement. Constraints: focus on substantive issues, not minor editorial concerns. Be direct and specific. Rank the weaknesses from most to least critical. This prompt produces focused, actionable feedback that identifies real problems. Real grant review panels include individuals with different expertise, perspectives, and priorities. A panel reviewing a youth program might include a researcher focused on evidence, a practitioner focused on implementation feasibility, and a community member focused on equity and cultural appropriateness. You can simulate this diversity by running multiple AI red team reviews with different personas. A field expert persona might focus on methodological rigor, evidence base, and innovation. A community advocate persona might focus on equity, community voice, and cultural responsiveness. A budget-focused persona might scrutinize cost reasonableness, sustainability, and resource allocation. A compliance persona might focus on regulatory requirements and administrative capacity. Each persona brings different concerns to the surface. A proposal that satisfies one perspective might have significant weaknesses from another. By reviewing from multiple angles, you get comprehensive feedback that helps you strengthen the proposal for diverse reviewers. Here are sample persona definitions for a multi-perspective red team. The expert persona. You are a professor with 20 years of research experience in youth development. You serve on federal review panels regularly. You prioritize methodological rigor, evidence-based approaches, and genuine innovation. You are skeptical of programs that claim innovation without demonstrating what is actually new. The community advocate persona. You are a community organizer who has spent 15 years working with youth in underserved neighborhoods. You prioritize authentic community voice, cultural responsiveness, and equitable approaches. You are skeptical of programs designed by outsiders without community input. The fiscal persona. You are a foundation program officer with an MBA background. You prioritize cost effectiveness, budget reasonableness, and sustainability planning. You scrutinize whether budgets are realistic and whether programs can continue after grant funding ends. Run your proposal through each persona to get comprehensive feedback. When the funder provides a scoring rubric, you have a powerful tool for structured red team review. The rubric tells you exactly how reviewers will evaluate your proposal and how points are allocated across different criteria. Provide the complete rubric to AI and prompt for explicit scoring. For example, using the attached scoring rubric, score this proposal on each criterion. For each criterion, provide a score on the specified scale, a detailed justification for that score referencing specific parts of the proposal, and at least one specific suggestion for improvement. After scoring all criteria, identify the 3 criteria where the proposal is weakest and provide detailed recommendations for strengthening them. This rubric-based approach ensures your red team review focuses on what actually matters for scoring. If a criterion is worth 30 points and your proposal is weak on it, that is a higher priority fix than a minor issue in a 5-point criterion. Rubric scoring helps you prioritize improvement efforts. AI red team feedback requires thoughtful interpretation. Not every critique AI raises is equally valid or actionable. Some critiques will resonate immediately as genuine concerns you should address. These are often things you suspected might be problems but hoped reviewers would not notice. Address these high-priority concerns first. Other critiques may reflect AI's limitations rather than actual proposal weaknesses. AI might not understand field-specific conventions, or it might flag something as missing that is actually addressed elsewhere in the proposal. Use your expertise to assess validity. Some critiques may be technically accurate but not practically important. AI might note that you did not address a minor sub-criterion that few reviewers actually care about. Consider the likely impact before investing significant revision effort. Finally, patterns across multiple persona reviews carry more weight than single-instance concerns. If the expert persona, advocate persona, and fiscal persona all flag the same issue, that is almost certainly something worth addressing. AI Red Team Review works best as an iterative process rather than a single pass. In the first pass, identify the major weaknesses in your proposal. Focus on the top 5 to 10 concerns that emerged from your Red Team review. Then revise your proposal to address those concerns. This might involve adding evidence, clarifying logic, strengthening connections to funder priorities, or addressing gaps in your narrative. After revision, run a second Red Team pass. Verify that your changes actually address the concerns raised. Sometimes attempted fixes create new problems or fail to fully resolve the original issue. AI can help you assess whether improvements were effective. Continue this cycle until you reach diminishing returns, when AI critiques become increasingly minor or no longer resonate as genuine concerns. This iterative approach systematically strengthens your proposal rather than hoping a single revision catches everything. Beyond full proposal review, you can apply red team analysis to stress test specific sections that you are uncertain about. For needs statements, you might prompt, review this needs statement as a skeptical reviewer. Is the problem presented compellingly? Is the evidence sufficient? Are there logical gaps in the argument? What would make a reviewer question whether this problem is significant or urgent? For project approach sections, analyze this project approach. Where is the logic weakest? What assumptions are unsupported? What implementation challenges might concern a reviewer? Where might reviewers see this as unoriginal or insufficiently innovative? For evaluation plans, assess this evaluation plan's rigor. Are the methods appropriate for the questions? Are the data sources adequate? What methodological concerns might a reviewer raise? Section-specific red team analysis is particularly valuable when you have received feedback that a particular section is weak and want to ensure your revisions address the underlying concerns. Reviewers who have concerns often phrase them as questions in their written comments. Why did the applicant choose this approach rather than a more established model? How will the organization manage capacity constraints? What happens when the grant period ends? You can use AY to predict these questions and address them proactively. Prompt: review this proposal and identify the 10 most likely questions reviewers will ask. For each question, explain what concern underlies it and suggest how the proposal could address that concern. Once you have this list of likely questions, revise your proposal to answer them before reviewers ask. If reviewers are likely to wonder about sustainability, strengthen your sustainability section. If they might question your capacity, provide more evidence of organizational capability. Proactively addressing anticipated questions serves two purposes. It directly answers concerns that would otherwise lower your score. It also signals to reviewers that you have thought carefully about these issues, building confidence in your overall competence. AI Red Team Review is a powerful tool, but it should complement rather than replace human review. AI and human reviewers catch different things. AI excels at systematic analysis against specified criteria and can quickly identify logical gaps, missing elements, and inconsistencies. It provides rapid feedback that allows multiple revision cycles. Human reviewers bring contextual understanding that AI lacks. They know the funding landscape, understand subtle political dynamics, and can assess tone and authenticity in ways AI cannot. They catch issues that require field-specific expertise or organizational knowledge. The best practice is to use AI Red Team Review first. Let it identify the obvious problems and help you strengthen the proposal through iterative revision. Then, when you have addressed AI's concerns, send the improved proposal to human reviewers for final feedback. Human reviewers can then focus on higher-level concerns rather than catching basic errors that AI could have identified. Understanding AI Red Team limitations prevents misuse and disappointment. AI cannot predict actual funding decisions. A proposal that scores well with an AI Red Team might still be rejected, and a proposal with identified weaknesses might still win. Review panels involve human judgment, interpersonal dynamics, and factors AI cannot simulate. AI cannot replicate real reviewer biases. Actual reviewers have personal preferences, pet peeves, and blind spots. A reviewer who dislikes a particular methodology might score you down regardless of how well you present it. AI's review is more rational than actual reviews often are. AI may miss field-specific nuances that expert human reviewers would catch. It does not have the deep expertise that comes from years in a specific field. Most importantly, a positive AI Red Team review should not create false confidence. It means you have addressed identifiable issues, not that your proposal will succeed. Maintain appropriate humility regardless of AI feedback. AI Red Team reviews generate valuable information beyond individual proposals. By documenting this feedback systematically, you build institutional knowledge that improves all future proposal development. Keep records of AI critiques and how you responded to them. Did addressing the critique improve the proposal? Was the critique valid in retrospect? This documentation helps you calibrate how much weight to give different types of AI feedback. Track which concerns recur across proposals. If AI consistently flags weak sustainability sections in your proposals, that suggests an organizational pattern to address. If evaluation plans repeatedly draw critique, your team might need additional training or templates in that area. Over time, this systematic tracking helps your organization write stronger proposals from the start. You learn what weaknesses to avoid, what elements to include, and what standards to meet. The AI Red Team becomes not just a tool for individual proposals, but a learning mechanism for continuous improvement. Let us consolidate the key lessons from our exploration of AI Red Team techniques. First, use AI to simulate adversarial review before submission. Explicitly instruct it to find weaknesses and concerns, not to praise your work. This external perspective reveals blind spots you cannot see yourself. Second, employ multiple personas to get diverse perspectives. Field experts, community advocates, fiscal scrutinizers, and compliance reviewers each surface different concerns. Third, leverage actual scoring rubrics for structured critique. Rubric-based scoring ensures you focus on what actually matters for evaluation and helps prioritize improvement efforts. Fourth, iterate until major concerns are addressed. Red Team review works best as a cycle of critique, revision, and re-review that systematically strengthens your proposal. Fifth, combine AI Red Team with human review for best results. AI catches systematic issues quickly. Human reviewers bring contextual understanding and field expertise. This concludes our technical lessons on AI and grant development. In our final lesson, we will look forward to the future of our profession in an AI-augmented world.